Hello and welcome to our winter ritual. Technically, the winter solstice is the point where it marks the return of the light. And although I love celebrating the winter solstice on the winter solstice, in reality, I find it really hard to stay focused and grounded a couple of days before Christmas, a week before New Year's, because there's always so much going on. So for me, when I do my winter rituals, both for myself and for the people in my groups, I always do it after the new year because I feel like that's when we really have the greatest opportunity to drop in, to move into what winter is really about, which is about connection and hibernation and being still. And to me, it's just kind of a parody to be like, yeah, I can be still 2 days before Christmas and a week before New Year's because no, we can't. So this is going to take about 20 minutes. You don't need anything at all, but if you would like, get a candle, get something to light the candle with, get a journal or just some paper and a pen. And then if you have something from nature, like a pine cone, a bough of a pine tree, a rock, a stone, something like that, that can help you connect to nature, that would be amazing. But again, you don't need anything at all. So make sure your phone is on silent and that you have about 20 minutes to really drop in. And again, if you need to go grab your stuff, collect your stuff, go ahead and collect it and meet me back here in a couple of minutes. So click pause and come right back. Okay, welcome back. I am Laura Cheadle, and I work with women who have been betrayed by their intimate partners and are ready to heal on an energetic, a soul, and an ancestral level so they can really break free from the pain of the infidelity, the emotional impact of what happened to them, and they can move into their life with a renewed sense of sovereignty and freedom. This is the Sanctuary of the Soul, my yearly program where we get together once a month and kind of take the pulse on what's going on. We do an energetic reading. I help you connect to the cycles of the moon. And then once a quarter, we get together for a ritual like this to celebrate the energy of that season, to reflect on what we have just been through, and to prepare for the future. So, as I said earlier, this is our winter ritual. Winter is all about hibernation and rest. We have just come out of the fall season, and fall is all about gathering and harvesting. And there was a lot of work going on in the fall. So, this is the season where that work is done, and it is our time to rest. So before we get started, I'd like you to just ponder, what have you been working on? Perhaps you've been working through the infidelity. You've been working on your marriage. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on understanding. You've been working on making sense of it all. You've been working on to prepare for your future. You've been planning for the holidays. Maybe you've been taking care of kids. You've been doing all of these things. Do. And now, bam, it's winter. How are you going to rest? How are you going to honor yourself in nature's season of hibernation, even when up here your mind says, but I got to do this, but I got to do that, but I got to do, but I got to do, but I got to do, but it's just, and I just did my New Year's resolutions and I can't stop and I can't slow down. And pause. How are you going to slow down during this season of rest? So the first thing I'd like you to do is get your candle. I've got a white candle in my little flannel bucket because this used to be my winter candle. And as you light your candle, I want you to set your intention. Set your intention to honor the season of rest. Whatever that looks like for you, set your intention. And if you can, dim the lights. So you're just working by candlelight. I want you to grab the nature things that you've collected, whether it's a pine cone or a branch or a rock or a stone, and just have them around you. But one of the things that I also brought into my ritual space is it's just an oil. It's a face oil, but it smells like junipers. And this is one of the oils that I love and that I use in the winter because, yes, it's so dry. And this is a way to nourish myself. But oh my gosh, that juniper scent is divine. So create that altar space around you with your candle, your pine cone, your stones. If you've got essential oils, go ahead and use that. And here's the thing, this is not just for now. This is for you all season long for the next quarter, because this is the quarter of winter and rest. So make sure when we're done here, you take your sacred objects and you put them next to your bed, by your desk, in your bathroom, wherever you can see them, and be reminded, oh yeah, I'm in the season of winter. I've got this one on my kitchen window. So when I'm in the kitchen doing things, I can just look at my pine cone and be like, yeah, it's winter. I don't need to be in this constant go, 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 go mode. Okay. Now that you're surrounded by all of these amazing things that you love, I want you to ground yourself. Put your feet flat on the floor. You might be curled up, but just for now, put yourself with your feet flat on the floor. And breathe. And you might want to close your eyes even. Just give yourself a moment. And I want you to put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the weight of your feet on the floor. Feel the rise and fall of your hand on your heart. Feel the undulation of the hand that's on your belly. And say silently to yourself or aloud, if that feels good to you, I honor this season of rest. I honor this season of rest. I call upon the energy of earth, the energy of earth that is flowing up from my feet into my legs, the divine feminine wisdom of Mother Earth, and my own inner wisdom. I call upon the energy of earth, the divine feminine of Mother Earth, and my own inner wisdom to guide me in nourishing and restoring myself. To guide me in nourishing and restoring myself. One more time, I honor this season of rest. I call upon the energy of the earth, the divine feminine, Mother Earth, and my own inner wisdom to guide me in nourishing and restoring myself. Move, breathe, go ahead and drop your hands and just feel that center into your body, into your energy field. And if you want to pick your feet up and curl up in the corner of the couch, you can do that too. We are going to begin by invoking the goddess of winter. Whether this goddess of winter is just something you create in your mind, like a sparkle princess in a white snowy shirt or skirt, like Elsa in Frozen, or whether she's like the Nordic goddess or some sort of indigenous goddess that you connect with, it doesn't matter. And even if you're going, the goddess of winter, what is that? It doesn't matter. Just create something in your mind that signifies the goddess of winter. There's this Norse goddess of wisdom. I forget winter, and I forget what her name is, but she is all about stillness and introspection. Ishel is the Mayan moon goddess, and she is all about nourishment and renewal. So if you've got some sort of goddess archetype, I want you to invoke that. If you just want to bring in moon wisdom, you can do that. My favorite way to do winter is to invoke the crone archetype. We've got the maiden, which is the young woman, the mother, which is, the woman who gives birth to herself, to the world, and mothers things, and then the crone. And what I love about the divine crone energy and archetype is she is done having to exclusively focus on her appearance. She gets to be who she is in all of her fullness and glory. She is done taking care of people. She is not mothering kids. She is not mothering animals. She's not mothering partners and people. She's not emotionally managing people and taking care of other people. She is in her divine wisdom. She is in the power of the crone, the woman who has been there, done that, and now it is time for her. And my personal belief is the reason crone, the word crone, has a bad rap is because it was stolen from us. Being a crone is a good thing. It's being a master, it's being powerful, it's being a goddess, it's being a guide. And instead of allowing women to step into their power, somewhere along the line, they, whoever they is, have stolen that word from us. And they've made us believe that I don't want to be a crone. I don't want to be a hag. I don't want to be this ugly old woman. And that it forces us always to be in that mothering role. And that is not okay. We should not have to be in a mothering role, taking care of everybody and everything at the expense of ourselves our entire life. We were made for more than that. And I'm all about reclaiming the crone. So let's reclaim that crone together, shall we, ladies? I want to be the crone. I deserve to step in my power and purpose, and I deserve to not have to take care of all of you at the expense of myself. So for me, I am going to be invoking the wisdom of the crone. But you can invoke whoever you want to invoke. So what I want you to do is take your candle and I want you to gaze into the flame. And I just want you to let all of your attention go to that flame. Breathing it in, focusing and letting everything else float away. And together, I'm going to say it aloud. You can say it silently in your head. I call upon the goddess of winter, keepers of wisdom, stillness, and rest, goddess of snow and silence, weaver of nourishment and renewal, crone, wise elder of the circle. Guide me as I turn inward, embrace rest, and prepare for the growth to come. And so it is. What I'd like you to do now, silently, is push your chair aside and stand up. And if you're unable to stand, that's fine too. You can do this just moving in a chair. But I think it is most powerful if you are able to stand up. And what I want you to do is slowly, and yes, this is without music because this is about your internal state. Begin to sway, begin to move. And I want you to imagine yourself as an old tree with strong roots going deep into the earth and big, beautiful, strong branches reaching up to the sky. So you are rooting down and reaching up in equal force. And just through your slow, deliberate movements, not guided by music or sound or how you look, connect as above, so below. And I want you to imagine those fingers as leaves, and you are shedding old leaves. And you might need to remove some old leaves from those branches. Leaves of pain, leaves of story that no longer really show who you are. Leaves of belief. You are shedding those leaves. You are shedding those layers. You are untangling from others, and you are setting yourself free in bareness, in beauty, in divine sovereignty. You are releasing it all, rooting through the earth and reaching to the heavens. And find a position that feels good to you, heart open, looking up, whatever works. And I want you to just inhale for 4, hold for 4, and then exhale for a count of 6. So it's going to go in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find a new pose in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold, 3, 2, 1, and out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, find stillness in, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time as you in, imagine nourishment rising from your feet. Now hold and push that nourishment throughout your whole body, the earth's wisdom. Exhale and release tension, toxicity. 4, 3, 2, last 1. Pull in the nourishment from the earth. 2, 3, 4. Hold and push that through your body. 2, 3, 4. Release pain, toxins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just relax. How do you feel? Pretty powerful, isn't it? Just taking that time to nurture and nourish can really shift your energetic state. And you can do that little breath work at night, in the afternoon, before or after a difficult conversation, to really root yourself down, connect yourself up, pull that wisdom of the earth through your legs, and then release. So now that we've done the invocation, we've done the movement and the breath, we're going to move into journaling or quiet reflection if you're just like, I hate journaling. You don't have to. But if you've got your journal or some paper, pull it out. And here's some of the writing prompts. And yes, I'm going to give you time here to do it. You can pick one, you can write them all down and work on them later. What aspects of myself or my life need deep rest and nourishment? What aspects of myself or my life need deep rest and nourishment? I'll give you a second to write that down. The next one is, what wisdom am I being called to embrace in this season of stillness? What wisdom am I being called to embrace in this season of stillness? All right, so the first one, in case you don't have it, what aspects of myself or my life need deep rest and nourishment? Second one is, what wisdom am I being called to embrace in this season of stillness? And then the third and final journal prompt for now or for later is, how can I honor my own cycles? How can I honor my own cycles of hibernation and renewal? How can I honor my own cycles of hibernation and renewal? So I'm going to give you some time to write on all of those. And if you'd like to pause and keep writing, you can pause and keep writing. But I'd like you to write for about 5 minutes, or if you're not a journaler, just to sit quietly, look at the questions, and pause and reflect. And no, I'm not turning on journaling music, because this is about quiet and solitude. So just allow yourself to be. All right. If you want to keep going, just click pause and keep going. But I am going to move on. I want to close out what we did, the invocation, the breath, the movement, the journaling, closing with a small visualization on nourishment. Once again, I just want you to sit comfortably and close your eyes. And as you do, I want you to imagine, visualize, or pretend that you are a seed nestled deep in the earth, surrounded by warmth and rich soil. I want you to visualize a golden light, a beautiful golden light representing nourishment and love flowing into you. From all sides, you are surrounded by this golden light, and this golden light is just infusing you with nourishment and love, flowing into you with or without your conscious help. And with every single inhalation, I want you to imagine this light filling you up. Filling you up as the seed, filling you up as the body, filling up your mind, your thoughts, your heart, and even filling up your soul. Feeling this beautiful golden oversoul filling up with this beautiful golden light. And as you sit here and just allow yourself to receive, just allow yourself to be bathed in this light, you can whisper silently to yourself or just think, I am safe. I am held. I am nourished. I am safe. I am held. And I am nourished. The rest that I take now will sustain my blossoming in time. The rest that I take now will sustain my blossoming in time. I am safe. I am held. And I am nourished. Once again, put one hand on your heart, but the other hand either on your belly or on top of the other hand on your heart, and say, I honor this time of rest and renewal. I honor this time of rest and renewal. I thank the earth, the goddess within, the energy of the crone, and all that sustains me. As I care for myself, I grow stronger, wiser, and whole. As I care for myself, I grow stronger, wiser, and whole. All right, open your eyes. And what I want you to do is once again connect with your object. You might want to hold it and just infuse it with the wisdom of winter, of rest, of the goddess of winter as the archetype of winter, the energy of the crone. I want you to thank yourself for showing up today, for honoring yourself and allowing time to rest. And then, in gratitude, blow out your candle. Now, I am going to close with my own little ritual that I do every winter. Spring is the time that we plant. We started this ritual looking backwards at fall, the season of harvest, all this work, prepare for winter. We're in the hibernation mode. When we come out of hibernation mode, what do we move into? We move into spring planting. So, in order to be prepared for spring, we must have seeds. So what I like doing in the winter, and sometimes it's hard to do, I'm throwing my seeds around because we get so caught up in do, and it's hard. I will get a group of little rocks. Got a pretty blue one, and kind of an amber one, white. I've just got several of them here. And I will just go to a rock store and I'll just kind of buy a handful of pretty stones, or you can go outside. And these are my winter seeds. And it's not time to plant them. Winter is about rest. Planting takes work. But what I do is I keep them. I've got a pretty little moon dish here. You can get a pretty little moon dish too, or you can just put them, in your room, or get a little bowl or whatever makes you happy. And in the winter, I just look at my seeds. And sometimes I'll think, oh, you know what? I'm planting the seed for good health. Yeah, that might be a seed for good health. And then I'm like, oh, connection and fun. I've been missing my friends lately. I feel like I need to have some more connection and fun. I might plant a seed of connection and fun. Oh, wow, look at this. Career success. Yeah, maybe I'll plant that seed and lean into career success. And I don't do, but I ponder what might I want to plant when the time comes, because the time is not now. Now is the season of rest. Remember that meditation? My rest will sustain my blossoming when the time comes. But for me, I like to have one eye on the past, one eye on the future, so I can keep track of where I'm at in the present. And I just like to say, hey, in the spring, I will plant. What might I want to plant? And I don't get too hung up on figuring that out, but I just like my little seeds there to remind me of what's to come. And also to remind me that, wow, I got a lot of intentions. I got a lot of things that I want to do. I'm going to need to be very well rested. So sometimes that inspires me to rest even more. Thank you for being here during our winter ritual. I can't wait to see you. If you are a Sanctuary of the Soul member, we will have our reading forecast, and we will have our little dance, our little movement. And if not, you might consider joining us next year or joining us this year so you can get all of the stuff through this year. In the meantime, mwah, I love you dearly, and we'll talk later. Bye.